This one tool changed the way that I shoot forever. We're all looking for the film look. At least I am. I've spent a lot of time tweaking LUTs, changing overlays, but it turns out there's a secret sauce to film emulation I had no idea about. This all started with the Pentax film camera I bought in the photo store of my hometown over a decade ago. I captured so many memories with that camera, and it still works. But this video is about motion film and how to get that look, that texture. And it turns out it all comes down to these three things. Modern lenses are clean, sharp, some say clinical. We need vintage glass. This is my collection of Canon FD lenses. Vintage glass brings personality, each with its own unique characteristics. Shooting on vintage glass will give us the quality that we associate with film before the light even hits the sensor. And after 40 years of hard work and shoebox storage, no two lenses look alike. They're imperfect, they flare, and they're soft around the edges. And I love them for this. The main edge that film had on digital comes down to one thing: dynamic range. Film has incredible dynamic range, the ability to capture detail in the highlights and the shadows. To match this in our digital camera, we need to shoot in a log profile. The more dynamic range, the better, and the higher quality camera. My Red Komodo has fantastic dynamic range, but any camera with log will do. Go shoot something. If there's anything I've learned recently, is that you should never let perfection get in the way of creation.
All right, and action.
Have fun, work with your friends, because that's really what
Sick.
creating is all about.
I love it. That is awesome.
If you're like me, you like to shoot and edit, but sometimes it can take a really long time that I could be spending focusing on my next creative project or the next thing that I'm excited about. And if that sounds like you, then you need to check out Threadline, who is, well, me. Essentially, it's an automated rough cut tool. Simply input your footage and a blurb about the video that you want, and boom, you got a rough cut ready to go. No more scanning through footage, no more pulling selects. You're ready to move on to color, B-roll, and finish. If you want to check it out, there's a link, threadlinestudio.io, where you can get on the beta. We're really excited about where this is headed, and encourage you to come along for the ride. Anyways, back to the video. This brings us to the third and final step of film emulation, the process. I recently got my hands on Dehancer, and it completely changed the way I think about film emulation. It calibrates to your specific camera and gives you a multitude of options for film stock and print. Select one, and immediately the colors shift into that nostalgic warm palette. We can add film grain, which Dehancer says is based off the brightness and color of the image, not just an overlay, and is a telltale characteristic of motion film. We can also add halation. On real film, the bright light punches through the emulsion, bounces back, and bleeds red-orange into the highlights. And bloom, when bright edges soften and spill over, takes that kind of digital sharp edge off. There's a whole list of other effects and modifiers you can change. The customizability is really incredible. It brought back some of the excitement from the old days, before I made my living with cameras, when it was all just for fun. Seeing how Dehancer transformed my footage made me excited to shoot more, dream more. It opened me up to all these things that make film emulation possible. Bringing the film look to my work has been invigorating creatively. Somehow it feels more possible to take the image that I have in my head and bring it onto the canvas. Dehancer did provide me with a free license to make this video. I've been using it even before Dehancer reached out, so I really like it. Dehancer isn't free and it's not strictly cheap, but they are offering 10% off for the viewers of this channel using the code DREAMMORE. With the right glass, a good sensor, and the right tools, you don't have to emulate film anymore. You can dream.